I'm not getting down you. That's totally crazy.
What's your Ian? What's your email?
They don't need to hear this, the league.
It's okay. This is where this music plays, so they don't really hear it really too.
Um, Send it to i.lerner24@gmail.
I thought that your email would be like you'd still have like like the Princess Diva AOL emails like
Big
ball
Dick
is
Pumping
life, big dick, great at ball 29,
at AOL.
At
Yeah.
AOL.
2 4.
How are you both feeling?
Ian was born for this. He's ready.
Who said that? Jack?
Can you not see? Can you not see each other?
I can. I just didn't see whose mouth that came out of.
It's crazy, it's really wild, Stephen, because I've been doing, this was the first year that we're doing this, but I've been doing these interviews for many years, and Jack, who has been such uh, a successful player in the Wednesday Night League. I mean, how many championships do you have? 9? Like, you're so good. You're a captain. I don't think I've ever interviewed him. He doesn't want to be on screen. He doesn't want to talk. So this
Yeah.
is going to be like drawing, blood from a stone.
You're
It's
lucky
okay.
you're lucky my camera's on.
I know, but I'm only seeing half of your face. You want to tilt it down a little
Yeah.
so we could see a little bit more?
Move back.
I see you. I see you on those Rossau videos. I guess you're assistant coach. You seem very animated on those sidelines. Are you taking some of your Rossau learnings and applying it? Did you teach Bobby everything he knew? Is that
Yeah, exactly. He was my first coaching when I started coaching for us. I did a private session with Bobby Sofer. And
and you taught him everything he knew?
yeah,
So Ian should be thanking you for his championship from last year.
100%.
Got it.
Technically, yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I could switch this.
Oh, we're going headset.
Jack reminds me of Tim Duncan, the big
Yeah.
fundamental, quiet ho hum, putting up double doubles,
Yeah.
ease. Right? Is that a good comparison?
Yeah, sure, I'll take it. Of course,
I
I'll
like
take it. Just
Which
need
they
the
can.
blocks, right?
What happened? You were supposed to log in on the computer. Did it
Yeah, I
work?
don't like it. I don't like it. It's better.
Yeah.
Okay, fine,
No, leave
fine.
him. Leave him. Let him be. Let the captain cook. It really is. I feel like the dynamic of these two captains are probably like the polar opposite of any two captains in the entire league. Like they're both warriors, fighters, elite superstars, but Jack does it in his quiet, just unassuming way. And Ian, like when Ian goes in for a layup and like someone grazes his ear, Ian's like, "What do you want, motherfucker?" And it fucking I love it. I love it. I love it. Ian, honestly, as a fan, I love watching you play.
The playoff Ian versus regular season Ian is significantly more intense and loud. Not that I'm quiet during the regular season, but I need to get the juices flowing in the playoffs. So I'm looking for anybody to scream at. I lost my voice last game.
Is there any aspects in your business that you bring out playoff Ian?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah. Yeah.
you want to not elaborate for undisclosed reasons?
Well, I wake up every day and I have, multiple hats that I wear in the commercial real estate world where me and Jack are on the same team
Mhm.
sometimes. I'm fighting with everybody all the time. People at Cushman, tenants, landlords, we just wake up and fight. In the lending world, that's when playoff Ian
Yeah,
really
good.
comes, I threaten people are going to come see them at their doorstep if I have to.
Right.
I
You,
love
you got
that.
to ask him for the email address on the lending side, not the push wake and the old proper stuff, right? Only
Yeah,
you with it.
that's Ian at
Yeah,
gofuckyourself.com.
exactly.
Yeah.
Rana, I have no idea what either of them are talking about. We're just a bunch of peddlers. We're a bunch of stupid peddlers. You have the smart.
I'm just smiling and nodding,
Yeah, yeah.
trying to fit in. Cushman Wakefield, Tim Wakefield. I have no idea who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Knuckleball
Pitcher
pitcher.
from the 90s.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. I know we want to get to the finals, but I feel like we owe the league at least a little bit of a recap on the semifinals. I'm sorry,
I don't think we do.
Eddie. I'm sorry. Let's talk about that just a little bit. because we have 3 out of the 4 teams represented here. Um, I mean, I'm looking at the box score in front of me. It
Don't
was rough. You want to sit this one out, Eddie? Is anything you want to say about your team?
I will say that it was 100% my fault.
Hmm.
I was the reason why my team lost by as much as we did. I just have to focus on next season. People are like, well, everyone missed shots, but um, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Alexander the Great who said, "I'd rather face an army of lions with a leader of a sheep than a leader of a lion with an army of sheep." And my team were all lions. And unfortunately, that night, their captain was a sheep, and we suffered the consequences for it.
There's a chance you can throw anybody under the bus. You may not play with them again next season, so it's
No,
okay.
it was 100. It was not 99. It was 100% my fault. I think that, I mean, listen, Jack's team is very, very tough, but we got looks that I thought we make. I think if I make a lot of my shots early, I lift my team up and they make their shots, and we have to play from behind, and it's always tough to play from behind. Um, Team JJ is a very, very fundamentally sound team. When Catton goes 5 for 5 from three, it's very hard. It's very hard pill to swallow. Bobby is what I think the best player in the league. Jack is the best big in the league. It's a very, very difficult team. The
Mhm.
only team that I think could give them a problem is this gentleman right here because he drafted a broody physical team that can definitely go toe to toe with them. But before we get to that game, we could talk about Ian and Davide, which was one of the best games. I mean, I was also, after my loss, I was 14 tequilas deep. So the game was pretty hazy. But from what I remember, it was an awesome game.
It was a great game. I don't know. Am I supposed to jump in now, Steven?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. That was
It's
great.
a conversation. It's not an interview. You talk whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, so first of all, I watched Eddie's game. Obviously, what he's saying is a bunch of bullshit. When your team scores 25 points, it's not on the captain, it's on everybody. Um, but you guys had a good team. I think you peaked too early in the season, obviously, and the last couple of weeks things went sideways. But you had a good team, so I'm sorry that it ended the way it ended.
Same
Uh,
here.
what you said about our game was correct. It was a great basketball game to be a part of, to be honest with you. The whole second half was tight. Really, the whole game was tight. We pulled away a little bit at the end of the first half. We had a 9 point lead at halftime, but like right after halftime, that immediately went back to 4 or 5 points, and it kind of stayed within that range for the whole second half. They took the lead with a couple of minutes left. At some point in my head, I had said, win or lose this game, like this is a good basketball game that I'm happy to be a part of. And we just happened to come out on the right side of the victory.
Yeah, I think Davide, even after the game, he goes like, and Davide obviously is cocky and wants to win all the time. And I thought he was going to be devastated. He looked at me, he's like, "That was a fun game, man." Like it was just one of those where you can't be upset. I think that one late turnover that they wish they had back on an inbounds play,
Yep.
but other than that, it was just a really solid game. Casson played great. Shalom was everywhere. Um, that bank shot to at the end of the game was one of the most difficult clutch shots I've ever seen. Even like something as small as like even just to bring up Eddie Shrem. I think I watched Eddie Shrem, who Rana, you know him better than anyone. Eddie's a dog. Eddie wants to be in there. Eddie wants to win. And I think at the end of the game, he subbed himself out for Buddha, and Buddha had like
yeah,
three
rebounds. Yeah,
like big rebounds, got fouled. Like those rebounds solidified the win. If Eddie was selfish and wanted to stay out on the floor, it could have went a different way. I just think it was like a complete team win. It was a great game.
Exactly what it was. It was a team win, and those rebounds, we shouted Buddha out after the game. They really helped seal the game.
Yeah,
He was in on that inbound steal also.
yeah.
And I just want to shout out Joe Casson's lefty bank shot
That
runner.
was ridiculous.
Well, I
yeah.
like nobody's
I
talking
thought he
about
was a
that shot,
lefty.
but yeah, it looked like he was a lefty. I've never ever seen anybody even attempt that shot in this league. He made it like it was nothing, smooth, and everybody ran down the court. But after
Yeah.
the game, I was like, wait, what the fuck was that?
I
And
I
how did
thought
that go
I
in?
thought it was the tequila. I like looked at the sideline. I was like, what? Did he just do that with his left hand?
The
Like it was wild.
balls to even shoot that
Wild,
is insane.
wild. It would
So
never even come to my mind.
yeah,
Also, gotta shout out Mookie. He played great. In the beginning of the game, he was hitting, that 4 6 footer. He was like he kind of set the tone.
love
He was a
that.
great addition as well.
Great
And you
defense.
can put him on anybody. Mookie,
Yeah.
he'll play a guard, he'll play a big man. He's
Very
great
good
addition.
defense.
So
So,
Ian,
so
nobody mentioned that big block you had at the end of the game.
Oh,
oh, that was crazy. I
But
forgot.
but I have a
Yeah.
question. Who? First of all, I didn't because I was watching it on the live stream. Who was it that went up for that?
Jacob
Jacob.
Sutton.
Yeah.
that and yeah.
And did that have a chance to go in? Because it was hard to tell from the
It
camera.
had a lot more than a chance to go in.
Wow,
He was
He hits those.
walking to the
Also, he
rim.
hits those
wow,
shots.
that was really a game-saving block. From my perspective, it just looked like it was going to go like over the backboard and you swatted it, but it seemed like that was a real threat.
He had a layup. I mean, it
Yeah.
was good defense, but it was a strong move to the rim. Um, yeah. I mean, winning the game with a shot is one thing, but saving the game with a block is something I've never done before.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. You know,
I would never know what it felt like to do that. I'm sure it's a great feeling.
I don't have a ton of blocks this season, so I saved it for the right time.
The easiest way to get blocks is by coming over as the help. I could tell you that much.
Yeah, or Jack, you're just going at Jack. You're gonna get blocked a couple of times.
I'm always the help. So
Yeah, to help. It's the easiest way to get a block because the guy is focused on getting past his first defender. He very rarely sees you coming.
To be fair to Jacob, I mean, if there wasn't 3 seconds left, it might have been a different finish, but he didn't really have time to like make an additional move or just go up. So that probably factored into it, but
I don't think so. I think the move looked like it was there
it was a great move.
until it really wasn't. Like it was there the whole time, and then it just wasn't,
I
and came out of nowhere.
I
And
think on the video, I have to check again. I think it was a left-handed block also,
I
which
I
is
want I don't even care about the video of the block. I want the video of when you went to your bench
yeah, yeah.
after the block,
Reaction.
and I
Yeah.
want it with like subtitles of what you said because it didn't sound like English. It was more like screaming and grunting noises, but I'm sure that it was very like insightful and articulate. I just wish I knew what it was.
I'm a big grunter.
Yeah,
Oh, we
we
didn't know that.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of grunting.
So Ian, talk to me, and I know that it's kind of tough to talk about we're Steven, we're not going to ask him like, what's your strategy going in because we're talking to the
Oh, I
other.
have a bunch of questions for these guys.
Um,
They're going to get uncomfortable. I'm sorry to
but
say.
but Ian, I mean, just I'm curious. You have Casson, which is your one true guard. He's going to be locked up by Bobby, who completely shut Ellie Man. What a defender he is. Um, I think Casson. Obviously, I think Casson's amazing. I think that his night is going to be difficult. You have JJ clogging the middle. Um, you're going to need shooting. Obviously, we know you could shoot. Shalom has some range, but what's your strategy just to like find the open look and hope it goes in?
It's a good question. It's something that we haven't fully worked through yet. Ironically, this finals, the game was Sunday night, and the finals are tomorrow.
You
So
know, much less to
normally
enjoy it. Yeah.
we have a little bit of time to game plan. Yesterday was a quick turnaround, and we haven't really gotten into that yet. But those are fair points. I mean, Bobby's defense and his quick hands is annoying, and we're going to need to help bring up the ball and spread the floor. Hopefully, the way that our offense is set up, Mark hangs out in the middle. David running around, we can create some space. But yeah, we're gonna need shooting. We need Eddie Shrem, we need Buddha, we need those guys to space the floor and hit shots for sure.
And Jack, where do you feel like you're gonna get your offense from? Because this team
Yeah.
is just really, really big and strong. It's just a tough team. And Bobby will do his thing. Casson also a good defender, not as good as Bobby. But like where do you think your offense is going to come from? Like, do you think it's going to be the typical you're scoring 18, Bobby scoring 18, or you think that it's the mayor and Catton and that are going to have to help and Joey Obed?
Yeah, 100%. I think we're gonna have to get out in transition a lot, fast breaks. Hopefully, we're a little bit faster and use that to our advantage. What else? I think we're gonna have to spread the floor. I think, like you saw, Cat can hit that three no problem, right? So
Yeah.
we got to find them and Mayer in transition on that three too. That's been our game all season. So we got to find that. They're a big team. I mean, you got Shalom, you got Ian, you got Mook and Buddha, right? So they're matching up with our big guys right there. So it's going to be a great game, big fight.
Do you want to hear something embarrassing that I'll confess? I was on the Peloton every day for the last 2 weeks because I said Jack is not going to do the thing where he just like runs down the court and my slow ass can't
No,
get him.
you,
And he's
you
going to
kept
get
up.
these
You were
open
there.
layups, and that didn't happen. But
Yeah.
Jack basically raped me like Hamas on October
No, you
7th. And
didn't.
everything else he
They
did,
were tough plays. You defended
he
me
hit
very
every
well.
shot against me, like whatever. But you didn't run down the court and get that layup. Usually good for 4 to 6 points from those.
I wanted the first play of the game, that layup.
Yeah.
That foul. That's the foul I wanted. That's the
I
only one
think
I
I
cared
and,
about.
and
I
of
went
course I
back to the
of course
video,
I
looked at
did
it
foul
20
you because I
times.
don't know how to play defense without fouling. So but yeah, Steve, what questions do you have for the boys? Make
Uh,
it difficult. I gave
I'll,
them some
I'll-
softball ones, so you hit them with the
yeah.
hard.
All right, let's go. I just have like you know me. I like to do the games, the edgy stuff. So I'm gonna jump right into it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
This question's for Jack. These are like strategic questions. You're gonna have to think a little bit. Okay, ready? Jack, your team hasn't scored in 4 minutes. Which shot do you want breaking the drought over a mediocre defender? Not like the best defender in the league, a mediocre defender. And I'm going to give you three options. Joey Oved with a baseline jumper, Mayer with a three, or DC with an offensive rebound and a potential putback.
I think it's a kick out from me in the post to Mayer for a three.
Okay, guarded, not an open three, but that's still your answer.
That's my answer.
Okay, that's fine. It's gonna listen. It gives a lot of insight.
Yeah, but I think all three were are very viable options.
All right, we don't need the
Why
political
not?
answer. Just the first
I
one is
gotta do
fine.
political. I
All
gotta
right,
give
Ian, this is for you. You ready?
Yep.
Season on the line. You're down one, and you're ice cold. And Joe Caston is ice cold.
Give a real question. Ian's not going to be ice cold in the finals.
Well,
Give a
well,
question that's going to happen.
anything
Ian's
is
not going to be
possible.
ice cold.
I just want to get into his head. I need an.
He's
I need
not.
a
He's not
hypothetical.
me. He's not me. He's Ian.
Okay, and Joe Caston is
playoff
also ice
game.
cold, so you can't pick him, right? But you do have a role player that's been playing great all game. Now the question is, do you give the ball to the hot hand, even though it's a guy that never hit a big shot in their lives, or do you take control as the captain because you know it's your legacy that's going to be affected?
So, like, how much time is left? This is the last shot of the game type of thing.
It's a last possession, whatever you want, 20 seconds, 15 seconds, 8 seconds, whatever it is. But you're calling a play, and you run the play for the hot hand who's a mediocre guy who never really played that good, and the pressure is on. Or do you say, listen, it's my team,
Okay, so this is a little bit of a complex question and answer.
I should jump in and say how I would defend that without him even answering. Ian's not giving up the ball.
Well, first of all, I do feel like my team and Jack's team, we're both six deep. So, I do have confidence in pretty much everybody having the ball and shooting. I would most likely take the shot myself anyway, without forcing it. If it was a good look, or I would trust Joe to take it even if he was ice cold, but I would not take it because of legacy. I would take it because of what Eddie said in the beginning and being a lion as the leader and trying to lead them to victory in that sort of fashion. Also, I've seen a lot of games where, Brunson at the end of the game, the guy misses 3, 4 shots in a row, but then he hits the big three and the Knicks win and, he's Mr. Clutch all of a sudden.
Hmm. Okay, I love it. Great answer. Great
And I
answer.
mean, Ian proved, I mean, he wasn't ice cold, but he proved in the semifinals, took a really, what I thought was a really tough shot. Um, and big players hit big shots. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
That was a tough shot. I don't know if I should have taken that shot.
Hey, history will say that you should have.
Okay, we're going back to Jack. Bobby Sofer gets his fifth foul with 10 minutes to go in the game. You're up by 6. You have a little bit of the momentum. Question is, do you keep your star in and risk him fouling out, or do you sit him and risk losing that momentum?
Great question. Um, 10 minutes left.
I chose 10 minutes for a reason. You know, if
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
3 minutes, it's a different answer.
right, 100%. I think I let him sit for 2 or 3 minutes and then come back in.
Okay, to finish out the game.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Makes sense. All right, we're jumping back to Ian. I have 2 more of these.
But I'm gonna trust him also. If he tells me he's not gonna foul, he's not gonna foul. So
If you say, listen, Bobby, have a seat for a couple of minutes, and he looks at you and says, I got this, he's staying in the game,
you
right?
guys stay in the game.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, back to Ian. You're on defense, a one stop to win situation. Assuming you know for sure on the other team who's taking the last shot. Are you putting Eddie Shrem on that guy, or are you taking the challenge yourself?
I mean, obviously, depending on who that guy is and the size, it's most likely gonna be not me. It would probably be Eddie. It could be Mark Dweck. Could be Joe.
Hmm.
But I trust them on defense implicitly. I think personally, I could do more as a one-on-one defender. I know once in the finals, I tried to guard Eddie Arani, and I wanted him, and he lit me up for like 27, and we lost.
Mhm.
But I do think that I can defend when I have that extra motivation that I need, but I would probably defer and let them handle business
I
because
I realize why we won the finals that year. You didn't grunt enough. I feel
Yeah.
like the more like I feel like if we like took a chart with the amount of grunts and screams versus your success, the less you grunt, the less you win, the more
I
you
tell
grunt.
people that in the gym all the time. When they see me in there, I let them know the more you grunt, the more weight you're going to lift, the better your workout is going to be.
Can you can
It's,
can you take me for weightlifting? Like, are we close enough that you could teach me how to be strong?
that's my home. Let's go. I
Yeah?
love it. I welcome all people. I'm willing to help. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a tzedakah you're doing.
That's
I
I
appreciate you.
I love it. When I see people in the gym when they walk in that aren't normally there, and I say, "Welcome to my world, baby."
So I went this morning to a gym in the city and I saw like there were some Syrians where it's by my office and they're like, "You look retarded here." Like I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like I'm just I have no clue.
Slow and steady, baby.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do. I mute the headphones and I hear myself, and it's scary. It's not good.
Right.
Yeah,
I would love to get some footage of that.
my
Okay,
team has it.
let me open this to both of you. If you had your choice, I don't know who's reffing the game tomorrow. I have nothing to do with that. But if you had your choice about how the refs call tomorrow's game, would you rather them call it tight touch fouls, or would you rather them call it loose, where only like clear contact is called a foul? I'm curious to know. You both have to answer. Give me a reason why.
Well,
Jack, you want to go first?
yeah. I'm trying to think about the other night. I don't think many of us went to the line the other night. I mean, we had maybe Ovid went once or twice. So I think they let us play the other night, and I thought it was pretty good. I don't know if Eddie would agree, but so I think if played the same way, let us play. I think it would be a fun finals. I
Yeah, I
think we got
thought
to also play it by ear too. If it gets a little too aggressive with all the big guys in the game, they may have to change their strategy.
I
But
think the refs did a great job last time. I think it was physical, but they let everyone play. There wasn't like a
yeah,
ticky-tack, off ball, loose ball foul to put someone on the line in the Ian game. Like it was, there were bodies on the floor. There were fouls where fouls need to be called. I didn't think anything was soft.
yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
So in
yeah.
general, you like it a little bit looser, so that you can get in a little bit more aggression. Ian, do you agree? How do you like
So,
it?
in general, I like it looser. I like to think that, like, if I'm going to the rim and somebody's hitting me a touch foul, that's something that I should finish anyway. Um, and that, like, I don't use that as an excuse. When I play pickup, I don't really call fouls. However, I do think that strategically with what you're saying, if I had the choice, probably the touch fouls might work out better in my favor in this game specifically. Just if we continue to attack the hole and I can get fouls on Jack, or we can go to the line more with aggressive takes to the rim, that might work better for me, even though it's not necessarily my preference in general.
Interesting. Yeah, Eddie, what's your take on that? I'm just curious.
Just
How do you like it called? You like it looser? You like it tighter?
um, I don't know. I know it's a really stupid answer, but I think I like it in the middle.
In the middle, right?
I think that when I play against Eddie Shrem, I like it a little tighter in the beginning, let him get the two fouls so he just stops, doing him. I think that if you call it tight early, just to like set the tone, but then get it looser towards the end of the game, like I think that's because listen, I mean, tensions are high. I mean, I remember what it's like being in the finals. I remember what it's like losing in the finals more than winning. But yeah, I mean, everyone's out there for blood. So I would vote call it tight early, and then with 10 minutes left in the first, and for the rest of the game, let the boys play.
That's a good point. Well, the one thing I really hate is if I'm going in the post and the defender is just like hugging me from the back and just doesn't let you operate at all. That bothers me.
Yeah, no, I mean it is what it is, but like again, I hate that a foul call could cost like again, I'm not complaining about it because this is like the ESMO special, but in the finals last year, I forget who it was, drove the lane, kicked out to Eddie Shrem. Eddie Shrem hits a three. ESMO does his patented flop, you know, they call an offensive foul. The game's over if they don't call that offensive foul. So Esmo, great flopper, has more offensive fouls than I think points in his career. But it was a great move, and he won the game. I just don't like a foul call being the reason for it.
That won us the finals. I think he had three charges.
Esmo's the best charge taker, and I wouldn't actually call him a flopper. I mean, he does his best to get there.
he does.
I played on the Mag David high school team with Esmo. That move that he does was taught to us the first week of practice of JV, and he's been perfecting it ever since. It's literally been 25 years.
I wish I was there. I don't think
Grab your balls, wait for
I
the
don't think I've
contact,
ever
make a noise, and you get the call. And
I
it's
don't think
great.
I've ever I don't think I've ever drawn a charge like in my life of playing basketball. Not once.
I did it last night to Aaron, even though they beat us. I did it last night to Aaron, and I hurt my tailbone, my wrist, and my shoulder all
Yeah.
in one. And I said, "This is not worth it." Yes, we got the charge. I'm never doing this again. I can't
Yeah.
keep falling on the floor.
Esmo's built for it.
Yeah,
I've never taken a charge. Not
Yeah.
one.
it's, it's fun, but it hurts sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I just have the quick list of questions. It's just boom, boom, boom. I'm going to start with Ian. And I asked this to everybody, so there's like a record of everybody's answers. What's your favorite thing about the league? Hey, you know what? Let's. I'm going to ask one question, and then I'll go back and forth between you guys instead of doing the whole list and then the whole list.
My favorite thing about the league is, I know it's the canned answer of the camaraderie, but the truth is for me, I'm an Ashkenaz outsider. And when I moved here, I knew some people from real estate. I met some people through shul and my kids and all that, but, I formed a lot of my friendships through basketball and through Wednesday night. But what I really like about it is the way that we play the game, honestly, because I played Monday night, I've played Tuesday night, and I just enjoy the way that this game is played in our league with the flow, the speed, the non-ball hog share type good basketball movement that we play.
That was the best answer, Ron, that we've
Yeah.
gotten throughout all of these. Good
Yep.
luck, Jack.
Good luck, Jack.
I don't need to say anything. Ian said it for me.
You're Ashkenaz outsider too?
Yeah, exactly.
Jack called me a J Dub, and I didn't even know what that was.
Oh,
Wow, Jack, that's not nice. That
And
doesn't
then,
seem like
no.
a
I'm
very
still
and,
trying
friendly
to
way.
figure out the origins of what that means. I
and
haven't
then
forgotten.
I asked him offline. I said, "What's a J Dub?" And he thought I was joking. He wrote exactly, LOL. I didn't even know what it meant.
That's a good answer.
Come on, Ian.
I never forgot. Right? I don't take it personally. I'm just saying, you know.
He seems like he takes it personally.
Yeah.
By the way, this is like the last dance. We're gonna do the interview after,
Right.
and Ian after he wins the championship's like, well, Jack called me a J Dub 9 years ago, and I took a mental note, knowing that it was gonna come back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
No, the biggest problem with Wednesday Night League, let me tell you, the biggest problem is that
Well, that's my
everybody.
next. That's my next question, but you can
Okay,
answer.
so let him go. Let him cook.
Go ahead.
The biggest problem is that everybody's too nice, and I
Right.
don't like it. You know, I saw Jack Catton last night at Dennis's sister's wedding, and like I've never really had a conversation with him. I don't know him so well. He could be the nicest guy in the league, and he's going to be guarding me, and like I need to destroy his face. So how am I going to do that with a guy who's like got a smile, introduced me to his wife? I need to manufacture this, and like
So, Ian, if it makes you feel any better, Jack Catton, he texted me last night. He goes, "Could you believe I'm at a wedding with this J Dub?"
thank you.
Yeah,
I
I
So
need.
got that same text.
There
we
we go.
both got that
It was a
text.
mass text,
He
actually.
put it on Instagram. He put it on his story.
Oh
It's-
boy.
I got to manufacture the hate from somewhere.
I love
That's
it.
what. Listen, that's
Gotta
what
set
Michael
the
Jordan
tone.
did. It works.
Yeah.
That's what Michael Jordan did. He remembered his high school coach or whatever that cut him for 40 years.
He made things up.
Yeah, he
Yeah, made
literally
things
made things up. Do it. You got to do it.
You're fucked, Jack.
Yeah. Trying to think of what I can
Okay,
what I
Jack, give
can
us the
set
favorite
myself
thing
up
and
for.
least favorite thing back to back.
Yeah. My favorite thing in the league. No, I think it's I think we all respect each other, which is awesome, right? No matter what. If you have a team, everyone on the team gets along, there's still a real aggressive play, which is awesome. And like Ian said, every time you see somebody from the league outside, the center, there's that camaraderie. So yeah, it's great. We love it.
Good. And least favorite thing?
Least favorite thing. I don't know. I was watching the game back after the recording, and I was like, we're really slow. Like we're getting older. The game doesn't look as good on from from a screen. So it's not really a bad thing about the league. It's just some of
By
the
the way,
better
I
things.
By
totally
the way,
agree. When I watch, I'm like, why is everything going so slow? If I was in this game, I'd be running circles around these guys.
Right.
And then I get in there and I'm like,
Yeah.
I would have never watched the game like the semis game, but I remember like our team having a great game. I was like, oh my God, it was recorded. We played against Esmo, so it's recorded. I can't wait to watch. And I want to throw up. I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
terrible.
that's like, why do I look like I have a pole wedged in my asshole when I'm running up and down the court? Like,
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
should know how to do this, but I don't.
Even even on good plays, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't
Right.
look
Yeah.
good.
pre-game routine. Let's start with Jack. Do you have a pre-game routine? And if so, what is it?
Just basic warm up, stretch a little bit, and get out there.
Okay.
Easy.
Exciting. Ian, what's your pre-game routine?
My regular season pregame routine
Yeah.
is is not really anything specific. As far as like before I get to the gym, I'll do some stretching, and then we just kind of get going. In the playoffs, I'll set aside some time and we'll crank up some.
3 lines of Coke and get ready?
I was gonna say some aggressive rap music, but yeah, that also. I got to get mentally ready. Sometimes close your eyes, visualize some good things happening, and then the stretching. But as far as getting on the court and like doing righty lefty dribble, all that, nothing specific. No.
All right.
Right after last game, I went to D Shal, and I don't know him that well. I was like, "Do you do a mountain of cocaine before every game?" He's like, "Why would you say that?" I was like, "I don't know. You don't stop. Like you don't stop going. Like I think the only way that I could do that is with a mountain of cocaine, and it still wouldn't look that good. I would take the mountain of cocaine. I would look back at the video and be like, "Wow, you're still slow."
You think 10 years doesn't make a difference, but it makes a big difference.
It makes a
Big difference.
huge difference, man.
What's
Right.
your favorite? All right, let's go back to Ian. What's your favorite basketball move, if you have one? Your go-to, your favorite move, the one you like watching the most, doing the most.
Okay, so I in the league, what I've done the most is probably a power spin move for better or for worse. I probably overuse it, but when I'm got a head of steam and I'm going to the basket, it's helpful. My favorite move, and I pulled it out on the video on the last second shot, is the Sham God. And I actually used it when on that. If you look from what was sent around on the bank shot when we were tied in the beginning, the ref is covering it a little bit, but I whipped it out. It's my favorite move. Been my
Okay.
favorite move
I'm
forever.
happy it worked for you. Good. Jack?
Ian, just to jump in,
Yeah.
my favorite thing of yours, and it just sounds so stupid, when you get an on-ball screen, maybe from like the top of the key, and then just do that like one step curl to the elbow for like your mid-range,
Yeah.
and you have like a little bit of daylight. There's nothing that I think it's the prettiest in the league.
You know what? It's funny you say that. This season, I've been using that shot a lot more. It's
So
been increasingly coming in the
it's
game.
so pretty. It's
Yeah,
so
you're
pretty.
gonna need that. You're gonna need that on Wednesday night because you're not gonna come into the lane. So
Ooh,
it
Jack with
is.
his
That's something
fighting
else.
words. Even Jack Jamal's fighting words are so
Very tame, very
like
tame.
yeah, I feel like it's like Charmin paper towels. I'm like it's just
I'm
I know.
writing that one down. I'm writing
One
that
ply
quote down
trash
right there.
talk.
Yeah.
Jack, what's your favorite move? As if we don't know.
I think exactly. Everyone knows my move.
banky.
It's going to the left in the post, so everyone
Okay.
knows it. Ian, you can know it too. So
Tim
A
Duncan.
a
I love
lot
it.
of heat coming from Jack.
Crazy.
This is the
Yeah.
most animated we've seen him. The next question has to do with, it's a very tame question. What is behind your jersey numbers? Do you guys pick a number for a specific reason? Ian, you could start.
My number's 24, always been my lucky number. I think it actually dates back to Ken Griffey Jr. in
That's a good one.
baseball, before it was basketball. And then obviously, Kobe and all of that as time went on. But I think that's the origins of it.
Nice. Jack.
no, I don't have any specific number. I jump around. Maybe I was 14 for a few seasons. This year, I think this year I'm 34. Hakeem went with the jersey
All right.
match. So
Only serial killers don't have a number. They just
right,
bounce around.
right, right,
That's
right,
crazy.
exactly.
You mentioned baseball. So what's your favorite sport other than basketball? Is it baseball, Ian?
No,
What
I
is it?
mean, I love the Yankees. Um, I think it would be football. I
Yeah.
was a big soccer player growing up, believe it or
Oh,
not.
wow.
Were
That's the
you?
Ashkenaz in you.
So
Yeah.
that helps with a
I,
lot of footwork. Steve Nash said when I got on a basketball court, it was so easy because now I could use my hands. I
I
used to
always
turn around
looked
guys with my feet.
I looked like a basketball player on a soccer field, always.
Yeah.
But I played a lot and we were really good. My team went to the States in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
I was expecting your answer to be like it's basketball or nothing.
yeah.
Ball is
You
life.
know,
Yeah.
you're
No,
the
I
only
played ice
guy.
hockey. I played everything.
You're
We've
the,
gotten a couple of those answers. I'm not even giving you another sport. Basketball
yeah.
for life, bro.
Also, like Ian's the only guy, like, father, mid-30s, successful that still has like the basketball emoji next to his name.
Hmm.
He's the
On
only
his
guy on
business card,
WhatsApp
I
that
heard.
I know that has like fucking ball is life.
Jack, what's your favorite sport other than basketball?
To play or to watch?
Give me both.
Play, I mean, I don't play as much, but I used to play tennis more often. I guess just setting me up for late in life. To watch football,
Yeah.
football and
All right.
basketball. It's really my
Seems to be the overwhelming answer. Okay,
yeah.
Jack, you could start with this one. Who's your favorite NBA player now or ever? Or sometimes they're both the same.
Favorite
Not Michael
NBA
Jordan.
player now.
Oh, that's not Michael Jordan. I forgot to add that in.
Right, 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 right. You said it in the beginning. I mean, I love Timmy D's game.
You would love Timmy D's game.
Yeah,
And
he mimics him so well, and I think it's
Unbelievable.
a perfect analogy too.
and today, I mean, even though I'm a big man, I still love Steph Curry. So
Same.
All right. I hate him personally, but that's a fine answer.
yeah.
Toby picked him as both his favorite player now and ever, which
Really?
I was very
Okay.
shocked at. Ian, how about you?
I'm gonna go with in the past, Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Just
That fits your personality, bro. That's
Yeah.
a great answer. That's the best answer we
he's
got.
just so underratedly good from his career, and if it wasn't for Jordan, would have at least one title, probably two. And then today, I love watching Maxi and I love watching Devin Booker, honestly, even though, he's kind of buried on the Suns on the West Coast, even though they're pretty good this year. Maxi is like a firecracker, lightning in a bottle, and Booker's he's so smooth. I
Yeah.
don't know. His jumper is so wet.
I
Max hits from anywhere else.
both very, very good players. Okay, I have one last question, and I want to be mindful of your time. I know I appreciate you guys giving us like the middle of the day interview, and this was awesome. If you could steal one skill from anyone else in the league, what would it be, and from who? Try not to pick each other out of respect. Maybe somebody else.
Yeah, I'm going to let Jack go first on this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Um,
While you're thinking, I think I think I said it before. I'll reiterate, but mine was, I think I think I picked either Abe Coe or Dennis, but not because of like the overall player they are, but just how consistently they hit a wide open three. Because
yeah.
I feel like getting older in this league, I'm going to get a lot more opportunities just to have wide open threes. And if I can hit them with any consistency, I would be much better than I am. But you give Abe Coe a wide open three, he's probably 70% or whatever, 60%, something very, very high.
I don't know if Abe Coe knows how to shoot an open three because he's never gotten an open
Right,
three
he
in his
never
life.
does have
Right.
one, but on the occasion that he does, maybe if he drafts a better team, he'd get a few.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say the same thing. Abe Coe or Dennis shoot like them. If I can get a skill like that, it'd be great.
Right, for a big man like you, that would just make you an absolute unicorn. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Ian, how about you?
I'm going to go with Balaba's move to the rim. That like barreling down the paint.
He gave me credit for that. I was very surprised. We interviewed him, I think, last one episode, 2 episodes ago, and he was like, you did that to me in a tournament when I was 17,
Mhm.
and I've been using it ever since. And I
Yeah,
kept,
I remember that interview. It's been a while. I didn't remember that till you said it,
yeah,
but it's fresh in my mind because we just played against him. I mean, that's a scary freight train.
Your barreling through the middle ain't much different, my friend.
I know. I hear you. But like he holds the ball up high, I hold it low, and
Yeah. No, he's tough to guard.
he had 14 free throws in our game,
Yeah.
so obviously it works. And that's an easy way to get points and
And
to
he knows
have
how
a
to
good
finish
game.
also,
And
Balabi.
in the finals, every point matters,
yep, absolutely.
especially the last second.
I was just gonna do one last question. It was just a quick over under question.
No, how about we do this, Rana?
Go ahead.
Now that both captains are here, what's your prediction for the game? I want your score. Say it in front of the captains. You want to ask them all the hard-hitting questions? How about we give you a hard-hitting question?
Mm.
I want a
Oh, you
score.
talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I didn't understand.
What, you think I'm asking Ian if he thinks he's going to win? And he's going to be like, nah, I think we're going to lose 48 to
I was going to
no,
jump in
no.
and say, I thought it was an opportunity for them to trash talk each other and say,
no,
70 to
no,
50,
no.
we're going to blow them out.
I think the video's gone on long. I think we want to
Okay.
thank the captains for their time. I think
Yes.
we end it by your prediction for the game.
Okay. All right. I was pretty good a couple of finals ago. I think it was I had a good prediction at like 113 or 110. It ended at 113. I feel like these guys have a little bit more firepower than the past couple of finals, and so I'm gonna go an over under at 117.
I
But
didn't ask you over under. I want the final score.
I'm gonna give you that too.
Okay.
When I was looking at both teams, I thought it was pretty even. And then I remembered who David Shalom was. And I said, oh my goodness, that's that guy. He's new to the league and I forgot. And I feel like
Cocaine man.
and the parbs, like when they used to do rotisserie back in the day, they used to do parbs. Well, in our league, we only count par, PAR. But he had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. I feel like he could be such a difference maker that I'm going to have to predict a repeat by Ian with David Shalom being that difference maker. But not by a big margin. I feel like it's going to be a super close game, and I think it's going to be a 4-point, victory.
So Ian by 4.
Ian by 4 because of the role players. I feel like
All
the
right.
top 2 guys on each team cancel each other out, and then you have that third guy that makes the difference.
There you have it.
All
You're
right.
going down,
Now
Jamal.
Jack has some bulletin board
Yeah.
material.
Yeah. It's
I never
some
saw Ian smile this wide in
Yeah.
my entire life.
Let's get it. Jack, let's get a few grunts early to start the game tomorrow. And then,
Right.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Thank you,
everyone,
guys.
the whole league, not only must you be there, but you should be there. It's going to be great basketball. Hopefully, Toby will bring more than one bottle of scotch this time, that cheap bastard. And it'll be a lot of fun on the sidelines and root your friends, like everyone has always said for every single episode. One of the best things I like about Wednesday Night League is the camaraderie, is the brotherhood, is the fact that you could go in at any wedding or any occasion and see your boys. So support your friends, support these two teams, support these two captains, and it should be an awesome game. I'm psyched, guys. Good luck.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
See you tomorrow night. Have a great day. Thank
See you
you.
soon. Bye.
All right. Bye.